Oh, hello, and welcome to the Lisper Podcast. I'm your host, the Lisper, and as you can see, Kobe's here. Um, Freddy's here, Macho Man's here, the Decepticons are here as usual, and the rest of the Decepticons are over here. And the co-host is under the weather. The co-host, he's under the weather, but he did still make a small contribution to the show today, and hopefully he'll feel good by the next time that I do the show. Mm. So now let's jump right into it. Today's episode is I hate wrestling fans. That's right, I hate wrestling fans. I hate them. And it's funny because you can see the wrestling belts behind me. You can also see, if you look closely behind the Decepticons, that those are WrestleMania DVDs back there. And y'all also know, if y'all been following the show or been a fan of the show or been on the show before, y'all know that that I have a lot of wrestling episodes. That I am a very avid wrestling fan. So it kind of feels crazy for me to be sitting here to say that I hate wrestling fans, because y'all know I don't hate myself. Y'all know for a fact that I love the fuck out of some me, right? So it's like, why are you saying you hate wrestling fans? Because I do. I hate wrestling fans. Now look, it's sports hate. It's not real life hate. It's not vitriol. It's not, ignorance or nothing like that. It's just sports hate. It's just like, when you say you hate something, you hate a sports team, you hate somebody like LeBron, it's just sports hate. It's all in fun. But yeah, I hate wrestling fans. First of all, I don't hate wrestling fans like the way non-wrestling fans try to hate wrestling. First of all, let me get that out the way. You people that are out here in the world that don't like wrestling, that's fine. Don't like it, that's fine. Don't watch it, that's fine. I don't care. But don't try to hate on me because I watch wrestling, because I enjoy wrestling. Because the crazy part about it is this, right? Y'all motherfuckers go, oh, you still watch wrestling? You still watch wrestling at your age? Yes, I'm in my mid late 40s and I still watch wrestling. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Then they go, oh man. And then my thing is this, right? Everybody has watched wrestling at some point in time. Every male and possibly every female at some point in time had watched wrestling at a point in their life, right? And I go, you ain't never watched wrestling? Yeah, I watched wrestling before. I've been watching that. I've been stopped watching that shit. But when did you stop watching? When did you stop watching? And they go, I stopped watching that shit ever since I found out it was fake. Oh, really? Oh, really? So the reason why you stopped watching wrestling, even though you enjoyed it, even though you enjoyed it, even though you liked watching it, even though you was a so-called wrestling fan, you decided, because you found out that it was fake, that you no longer wanted to watch. That was your decision. Oh, wrestling's fake. I'm never watching it again. That's fine and dandy. That's cool. That's great. But that's your reason. That's your reason, because I'll put it to you like this. Movies are fake. Every single movie you watch is fake. Every single TV show you watch is fake, unless it's a documentary. Documentaries are real as shit. Some of them fake, but documentaries are real shit. But if you watch TV, you watch movies, they're all fake, right? They're all fake, right? But here's the problem. Wrestling, you had to find out was fake. Wrestling gave you the illusion that it was real. You had to find out and discover that wrestling was fake. Your daddy had to tell you. Your mom had to tell you. You had to figure out that you could perform some of these wrestling moves on your friends, or whatever the case may be. Or some Unreal came out. Something came out that told you wrestling was fake. Whatever the case may be, you had to discover that wrestling was a fake situation, right? You had to discover that. You had to find that out. Okay? Cool. Fine and dandy. But you still watch movies and you still watch TV, which you knew was fake from the very beginning. From the very beginning. Soon as you went and paid your money and sat down in that movie theater to watch that movie, you knew that you was about to watch some fake shit. Soon as you turned that TV on to watch your favorite TV show, Game of Thrones, or whatever the TV show is you like, you knew as soon as you turned it on, you was about to watch some fake ass shit. And you was about to watch Fast and the Furious. See, some of you people that be talking about me about wrestling watch Fast and the Furious, which is the fakest of fake shit. I mean, you can't get no worse than Fast and the Furious when we talking about fake ass, bull ass shit. But you went and got your popping cones and you sat down and you was too fast, too furious, right? Right? But you knew that shit was fake. But you didn't stop watching none of that. Why? Oh, I like movies. You love movies. But the reason why you stopped watching wrestling is because you found out it was on some fake shit. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Because guess what? Guess what? You got kids right now that's at home writing letters. Well, not writing letters right now, but you got kids right now that be at home that'll write letters to Santa Claus. Write letters to Santa Claus, right? Because you didn't cancel Christmas. You did not cancel Christmas because you found out Santa Claus was fake. Did? No. Not only did you not cancel Christmas, but you triple, quadruple, quadruple, double down, triple down, quadruple down on that shit. Because not only did you not stop Christmas, but you continue to celebrate Christmas till you got grown, and then you passed Christmas down to your children. You told the children about Santa Claus. You got the Christmas tree up. They write letters to Santa right motherfucking now. Because guess what? You continue Christmas because you enjoy Christmas. You like Christmas. You like buying your kids Christmas gifts. You like the Santa Claus story and all that, but all that is some fake shit. So if you want to talk to me about not watching wrestling because it's fake shit, and your whole life and everything you do is full of fake shit, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And then there's legit people that just said wrestling got corny to me. And I stopped watching. Okay, wrestling got corny to you and you stopped. Wrestling got corny to me too. There was a period of time where wrestling got corny to me. There was a period of time where I said, you know what, this shit is fucked up. But I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to do something right now. Right now, WWE is not the shit that I expected to be. WWE is not doing for me what it usually does. But guess what? Guess what? Still watching it. I'm still watching it. Why? Because I ain't got nothing better to do. I don't got nothing better to do. I don't care. On Monday night, I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs and being bums. I can play Xbox. Of course, I can play Xbox. Of course, I could turn on Monday Night Football when football season. Of course, I could. But if I'm just sitting there chilling, curiosity kills the cat because I still want to know. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if tonight's the night that Raw's going to be good. I'm wondering if tonight's the night that somebody's going to return. I'm wondering if tonight's the night that somebody's going to lose the belt. I'm wondering if tonight that there's going to be a banger match on Monday Night Raw. And that wonder makes me wander to the TV and turn that motherfucker. Okay? So yeah, there's leaks about, yeah, wrestling's going to me. Yeah, I've seen some bad movies. You ain't never seen no bad movies? One bad movie doesn't make you hate all movies, does it? So a couple of times, you might go to the movies and you might watch 20 movies a year. 8 of them might be bad. You want to start watching movies? No. So yeah, I got times where I'm like, yo, Raw won it. I got times where I go AEW. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing on Dynamite, but it was not Dynamite. It wasn't even Firecracker. You know what I'm saying? There are times when I used to go. I used to go to a ECW arena and go watch wrestling live. And there were times that I was in the building and wasn't feeling that shit. You see what I'm saying? But those times were not enough to deter me from fucking being a wrestling fan or watching wrestling or supporting wrestling or having the Macho Man Randy Savage, oh yeah, be on my fucking show, be part of my podcast team. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So for the people who don't watch wrestling, for the people who aren't wrestling fans, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't come over here criticizing something that you obviously don't know nothing about right now. Don't come over here criticizing something that you obviously don't have no reason for you not to watch it other than the fact that you just don't like it no more, and that's fine and dandy. Don't tell me, oh, the shit's fake, like I don't fucking know it's fake, like I didn't been know it was fake. I knew it was fake since I was like 8 years old. So I don't want to hear, oh, it's fake. I don't want to hear, oh, it's corny. It's corny to fuck to you. I don't want to hear, oh, it's so bad. It's for kids and all this shit like that. Because kids can't. I hate when people say stuff for kids. It ain't nothing for kids. Okay? Cartoons ain't for kids because I enjoy watching cartoons too. Okay? Movies ain't for kids. I enjoy watching movies too. And frankly, kids can't play for shit. Video games ain't for kids. They can't buy them. They can't pay for them. They market them to the people who going to buy the video games for the kids. And if I don't improve, I ain't paying for it. You don't get it. My kids don't get to play. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me all the excuses y'all have for why y'all don't want to watch wrestling. It's cool. It's fine. It's your life. Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on me. I'm watching wrestling. Y'all see the belts. The WWE book is right there, okay? I'm watching shit. And I'm watching this shit. And that's just that. So now let me get down to the nitty gritty. Let me say that why I hate wrestling. And it ain't because I can't argue with them. It ain't about the arguing about wrestling because that's part of the fandom of wrestling. That's part of the fandom of wrestling. The debate on wrestling is part of the fandom of wrestling. It's part of the fun of it. You know what I mean? I would go in my dad's room and I would lay there on the bed with my dad and we turn wrestling on and my dad would go, oh man, Andre the Giant gonna kick his ass tonight, boy. You just watch. Andre the Giant gonna kick Big John Studd's ass tonight. And I like Andre the Giant. I didn't like Big John Studd. But to my dad, I was a Big John Studd. I was like, no, Dad, Big John Studd might slam Andre the Giant tonight. You know what I mean? Just to have that banter. Just to have that friendly banter. Just to have that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I was a huge Hulkamaniac. I was a Hulkamaniac. I ain't gonna lie. I was a Hulkamaniac, right? And my dad liked Hulk Hogan a lot. But my dad, for some reason, was, oh, Hulk Hogan ain't better than Bob Backlund. My dad loved him some Bob Backlund. He talked about Bob Backlund, and I never really seen Bob Backlund wrestle that much. But when Bob Backlund did come back, I wasn't on that Bob Backlund show like that. Look at that dude. He's little. He's a bum. I don't fuck with Bob Backlund. And Bob Backlund made a little name of himself when he came back, and he did the whole crazy thing, and it was cool. It was cool. But the arguing with my dad about wrestling was part of the whole wrestling experience. You know what I mean? That was the time when me and my dad can have conversations that we didn't normally have. That was the time when I can actually like talk back to my dad a little bit. And that was the time when sometimes, bro, I can let a little cuss word out. I can let a little cuss word out. I could be like, oh, he kicked his ass, Dad. He kicked his ass. And he'd give me the look. But he ain't tell my mama. You know what I mean? He ain't tell my mama. He just go like, hey, what's up? He looked around the room to make sure that motherfucker ain't hear me now. Like, my dad did look around like, did your mom hear you say ass? Because if she heard you say ass, then I'm going to have to do some ass kicking because I ain't supposed to let you say it, but we watching wrestling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Arguing about wrestling is not the bad part about it. Wrestling debates have been going on for years and years and years, and I love it. I go on a number of podcasts, UWO podcasts, that they talk about wrestling. I go on there just to argue with them about wrestling. Everybody has their favorite wrestlers. Everybody has their favorite shows. Everybody has their people they enjoy, their people they like, the people they don't like. Wrestling provides us with a ton of material to talk and argue about. I do not mind arguing about wrestling. As a matter of fact, I invite the argument, and I invite anybody who watches wrestling or a wrestling fan to come on my show and argue about wrestling. I got plenty of episodes where I argue about wrestling. I got plenty of episodes on other people's shows where I argue about wrestling. That's not it. I don't mind a good argument. What I do mind is the fucking nastiness. The fucking nastiness. You don't have to fucking call me a dumbass. You don't have to fucking call me stupid. You don't have to fucking call me ignorant. You don't have to fucking call me racist. You don't have to fucking call me ugly. You do not have to call me bad names and fucking harass me and get nasty with me because of a wrestling opinion, right? You don't have to berate me because I was wrong. You don't have to call me stupid because I don't understand plot. I don't understand storylines. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. I'm not in the room with them. Triple H said this, and this person said that, and Dave Meltzer said this, and the fucking report said this and that and this. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that. When I talk about wrestling, that's my opinion. Or sometimes it ain't even my opinion. Sometimes it's just who I want to win. Sometimes I just go, hey, I just want this guy to win the match. Do I think he's going to win the match? No. Does it make sense for him to win the match? Probably not. Is the WWE pushing this guy? No. Does he deserve to win the match? Maybe he do, maybe he don't. But I don't have to be called names because I think that The Miz should win a wrestling match. That to me is egregious behavior. You know what I mean? It's egregious behavior, and I can't condone it, and I can't support that, and I can't understand why wrestling fandom is that insane enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my whole point. That's the point that I'm making, is that you guys get ignorant, like rude, like nasty about wrestling. And my whole thing is, like, we all as wrestling fans can admit that this shit is fake. It's fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, the matches are planned out. The choices of who wins or loses is based on whatever the owner wants, whatever Tony Khan wants, whatever Triple H wants, whatever whoever's in charge. It's whatever they want to do. It's whatever the storyline dictates. It's whatever the writers want. It's rarely ever what the fans want. It's rarely ever what we want. Yeah, we enjoy it. Yeah, sometimes the guy wins that we want to win, but they don't base it off of us. They don't consult us. They don't ask us. They don't call me up and go, "Hey, Tyrone, you're a big wrestling fan. Who you want to win this match?" No, no, they base it on whatever their criteria is, whatever their agenda is, whatever the case may be, and it's so fake. And yet you people want to argue with it like it's real. And yes, I do. I enjoy the argument. I argue with it like it's real, but then you get personal. You want to get personal with me about some fake shit, about me just having an opinion that's not based on any facts. There's nothing that you can say that guarantees that a certain wrestler is going to win a certain match. Because, like I said, man, there are guys that are better than other guys, and you know it for a fact. You know it. You can look at that ring and you can go, "Hey, man, that's Brock Lesnar over there. That's Randy Orton over there." You know, when 1-2-3 Kid, when 1-2-3 Kid beat Razor Ramon, who saw that? Who saw that? We didn't even know this guy. We didn't even know this little kid. We looked at him. He was called the 1-2-3 Kid. It was Kid in his name. He was Boney Maroney. And we had one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, oozing machismo out here with this little kid. And we like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. And we could have argued all day and all night. Nobody would have picked 1-2-3 Kid to win that match. And he won that match. Why? Because wrestling's fake. And anybody at any given time can win a match. So why is it that if I say, "Hey, I think this guy's going to win a match," I can legit think that. I can legit think that because there's no rhyme or no reason about it. When you argue about sports, when you argue about basketball, you say, "Hey, usually in basketball, best team is going to win." Most of the time in sports, the best team wins the game. So you can go, "Hey, this guy's." You can argue about basketball. You can say, "Hey, Lakers got Kobe." And when they had Kobe and Shaq, it was hard to pick against them, right? They had Kobe and Shaq. They had one of the best teams. You can argue that. In wrestling, you can't argue that. Wrestling is strictly 110% opinion based, okay? And when something is 100% opinion based, nobody can be fucking stupid. Nobody can be fucking dumb. You can't be dumb on an opinion-based thing. You can't be stupid on an opinion-based thing. And I don't know what the fuck my looks got to do with me making the rest of the opinion. I've been called ugly. Yeah, you ugly motherfucker. Ugly motherfucker? I'm an ugly motherfucker because I said that Brock Lesnar should beat Cody, bro. I'm an ugly motherfucker because I don't like John Cena. What the fuck is going on? So I don't like those wrestling fans that take this shit seriously and will argue you down, get personal, and insult you over some fake shit. No, I don't like that. I hate y'all. I still want to argue with you, but I hate y'all. Because y'all take the fun out of it. Okay? When I say, "Hey, John Cena's gonna bust Brock Lesnar's ass," and you go, "You're right, ugly motherfucker. You're right, you a dumbass. You don't understand." I don't. I don't understand why you are so mad about fake shit. We ain't betting on it, neither. We ain't even gambling on it, neither. And I don't even know you in real life. I don't even know you in real life. Like, what the fuck? That is outrageous. The second reason why I hate wrestling fans, hate with passion, not real passion, you know what I'm saying, fake shit, is that y'all don't know how to accept that somebody don't like what y'all like. I hate those wrestling fans that don't know how to accept that I may not like what y'all like, and then y'all want to say, "Oh, it's tribalism." It's tribalism. I don't believe in tribalism, and I believe that if you are a wrestling fan, you are a wrestling fan, and that's it. There's no tribalism. Okay? Everybody and their mama and their grandmama and them, their cousin and them, aunt, uncle and them, everybody in them know. This dude right here is a WWE fan. I am a WWE fan. I believe in my heart, my soul, my mind, my body, my spirit that the WWE is the top-notch wrestling organization in the world. The WWE is the upper top echelon of professional wrestling. I believe that. I stand on that. And I will never deter from that. And I've had people tell me that because of those opinions, because of that thought process, because that's what I believe, I am what you would like to call a wrestling tribalist. I'm not a tribalist. I'm a fan. And just because I believe that WWE is the best doesn't mean that I don't watch AAA. Doesn't mean that I don't watch TNA. Doesn't mean that I don't watch NWA. Doesn't mean that I didn't watch like Lucha Libre. Doesn't mean that I don't watch AEW. As a matter of fact, I am enjoying the fuck out of AEW right now. AEW right now is putting on way better shows than WWE. Despite the fact that AEW does not have the storyline. You see what I'm saying? Despite that fact that I still believe that some of AEW storylines is a little muffled, and sometimes I don't understand where they're going with the stories, but the matches, bangers, 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 way more bangers per pay-per-view than WWE, way more bangers per Dynamite than Monday Night Raw, and the wrestling skills is very much so up to par at AEW, where WWE's got a box problem going on now that's really bad. It's really bad, and it's a little bit egregious to the point now. But if you ask me, if you said, Tyrone, if you could only choose one, which I don't have to. That's the fucking best part about it. I don't have to only choose one. I can watch all of it. But if you said to me, Tyrone, if you can only choose one, what do you choose? And I'm going to say WWE, baby. WWE. Every time, hands down. WWE is always going to win. It's always going to be the wrestling that I'm choosing, and that does not make me a tribalist. Now, the other thing is, I'm not a tribalist. I don't take myself out of the tribalism conversation just because I watch other wrestling. If I know people that said to me, I don't watch WWE no more. I don't watch WWE no more. For whatever reason. I'm tired of the bullshit. I've had people tell me they're tired of the bullshit. I had people tell me that the WWE doesn't push the good talent enough. That they're biased to the old talent, whatever. I had people tell me WWE just ain't been putting on good shows anymore, and I agree with that. WWE hasn't been putting on good shows. And then I had people tell me that they have a morality, they have a level of morality where like they can't condone what Vince was doing, so they can't support a company that was built on Vince no more. They can't support it no more. I've had people tell me that WWE is a MAGA company. They support Trump, and so for political reasons they won't watch WWE no more. And that's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. So they made a decision to say, hey, I'm going to watch AEW. And I say, that's good. I don't call them tribalists because they're still watching wrestling, which means they're still a fan of wrestling. As long as you watch wrestling, any wrestling, you are a wrestling fan. And I don't think that you're a tribalist just because you enjoy one wrestling and you don't enjoy the other one. I'm a person that stands on business and say, hey, man, if you talk to me and you say you don't like WWE, I'm going to say to you, well, if you don't like it so much, don't fucking watch it. That's it. I'm not going to say, oh, you just saying you don't like WWE because you are an AEW tribalist. No. When I said that I did not like AEW, when AEW first started and I first got into it and AEW became big, I said, I don't really like AEW. I'm not really feeling it. And I wasn't really feeling it because I'm a sports entertainment guy. I like the wrestling, and I can acknowledge when there's good wrestling going on in a match, and I can acknowledge the match, but I can also acknowledge that if the match is not so good, but the storyline leading up to the match was great, if the match was not so good, but the people in the match looked good doing it, if the match was not so good, if there was a lot of botches and not professional wrestling, but the storyline was good, the match went on good, the match ended in a way that I could be satisfied with, I enjoy that. Whereas when I watched AEW, I was like, okay, there's another part to it. The match can be excellent. But if I didn't like the storyline, or I didn't like the build up to the match, or I didn't like the outfits, or I didn't like the way the match was constructed, never mind the moves and how they did it, never mind the back and forth and the things that make matches great. But if I didn't like the way the match was constructed, or I didn't like the chemistry between two people, or if I didn't like the way the storyline went, I'm allowed to say that. And at the time when I first started watching AEW, I was more into the entertainment aspect of it. I was more into the storylines. I was more into the promos. I was more into the banter and the way things were set up and how the people looked and the spotlight and the glamour of it a lot more than I was into the actual wrestling of it. And so, yeah, AEW, I can see and go, man, they got some good matches, man, but I wasn't feeling it. And then over time, AEW got some characters like MJF. AEW got some shit like the Adam Cole shit. AEW got the Adam Page shit, Adam Cole shit, you know what I mean? And then Trick Williams, not Trick Williams, Swerve came up and stuff like that. I got into it, and then I got back out of it because the Death Riders was getting on my fucking nerves. I like Moxley. I did. I like Moxley a lot. I like the fact that Renee came with him. I like Claudio a lot, and I like the fact that Claudio was able to go over there and get some shine that I feel like he didn't get in WWE. But the Death Riders just, that thing just got on my nerves, and it's not getting on my nerves now. It's getting better now. Death Riders was Super Cena for a little bit, and I hate Super Cena, so the Death Riders and the Super Cena situation was starting to bother me a little bit. But that's over now, whatever. I didn't like the fact that I enjoyed Christian going there. I enjoyed Christian going to AEW and doing what he was doing there. I enjoyed Jericho going to AEW and doing what he was doing there. I did not enjoy Edge going to AEW and doing what he was doing there. I did not enjoy that. And Edge to me was washed. And when he got to AEW, I was like, they're just going to throw him in with Christian. They're going to make that a little feud. Then him and Christian are probably going to make up. Like, I knew the predictability of it. I didn't like it. And then I thought Edge was washed. I didn't think that Edge was actually putting on good matches. And so there was a period of time that I didn't enjoy AEW. Still turned it on, though. Still turned it on because I was a wrestling fan. But the fact that people that were telling me that were watching AEW said they weren't watching WWE, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You're not a tribalist, bro. You're watching what you like. And then maybe one day you may turn on WWE and you may come back to WWE. You may not. But I'm not going, you're just not watching WWE because you're a tribalist. And it's a funny thing. People say that in spite of you telling them why you don't watch this shit. I don't watch AEW. Why not? You're a fucking tribalist. No. They don't have good storylines. They got excellent storylines. They're just a fucking tribalist. No. I don't like some of the wrestlers there. Oh, what are you talking about? They got great wrestlers. No. I think Sting should retire. Sting's putting on bangers. I think Edge shouldn't be there. Edge is putting on bangers. Oh, they're going to team up Edge with Christian. Duh, that's what they're supposed to do. No. I would appreciate them not doing that. I don't want to see Edge beef with Christian. If anything, I wanted Edge to go there and be with Christian. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Jericho's looking fat. No, that's just a gimmick. He's the old guy. He's supposed to be. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, this is my opinion, bro. I'm not being a tribalist. I'm telling you reasons, valid reasons why I did not like the AEW. And that's it. And that's it. But you want to argue with me. So, no, I don't like those wrestling fans that want to say that because somebody doesn't like the wrestling company that you like, they are a tribalist for the other wrestling company. No. No. The other reason why I hate wrestling fans is because you do not own the company. You do not work for them. You are not in creative. You are not writing the storyline. You are not a part of none of it. You're sitting here watching it. just like I'm sitting here watching it, and you're watching it to be entertained, and you're watching it to enjoy it. So why are you so invested in what the fuck they are doing? And then you want to put that investment on me. And I'm not invested. The only investment I got is that I spend my money to go to wrestling shows and watch wrestling and be entertained, and I'm entertained. And I'm entertained. And that's it. Some of you wrestling fans are out here acting like you work for them, and out here acting like you got insider information that I don't have. Okay, I can go and get on my phone and open it up and type Bleacher Report all day. All day. I can go do that, right? I can go on Dave Meltzer. I can go on Wrestling Podcast. I can go see IWC wrestlers. I can go see Shannon on TikTok. I can go see Heaven on TikTok. I can go see all of the wrestling podcasts. I can go watch UWO. I can see my wrestling brothers on there. I can get all the wrestlers information I want. I can go to the injury report WWE page to see who's still listed as a wrestler there, who's not. I can go to the injury report. I can go to all the wrestling rumor pages. I can do all of that shit. I can get the same information that you had. Because you ain't privy to shit I ain't privy to. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. When I watch wrestling, I want to be surprised or I want to be right. There's two things I want to do when I watch wrestling. I want to be right or I want to be surprised. The right part is wrestling is predictable and you can predict who wins. And people say that all the time. Wrestling is too predictable. You can always predict who wins. And sometimes I do try to do that. And sometimes I watch it and I go, I want to be right. I want to say Gunther's going to win this match, and this is why I think Gunther's going to win. And I go on shows and I talk my shit. I go on my show and I talk my shit. I give wrestling predictions. And sometimes I watch wrestling and I want to be right. Sometimes I want to be right. And sometimes I watch wrestling and I want to be shocked. So am I going to look at Bleacher Reports to find out who's going to win the match? Am I going to look at anything to find out who's going to win the match? Am I going to watch somebody predict the match and tell me the predictions? No. The people who I watch, Heaven, Shannon, when I was watching Dan and the UWO podcast, I watched them because I enjoy their bands. I enjoy their opinions. I enjoy hearing them say who they're going to win, and I enjoy hearing their reasons why. But I'm not looking for them to tell me shit. I'm not looking for them to guarantee me any fucking thing. And I'm not looking for them to make sure that I know for a fact who's going to win the fucking match before they win it. And I'm not looking for them so I can go back and go, I told you so either. I'm not trying to do none of that. You people sit up here and you try to argue with me and go, no, Cody's going to win because of this, that, and the other. And I'm cool with that argument. I'm cool with that argument. Yeah, you got your reasons why you think they're going to win. I got my reasons why I think they're going to win. I got my reasons. Sometimes I do say, why would WWE Creative do something like that? Sometimes I do say, why would Triple H do something like that? Sometimes I do play the politics and I go, hey, that guy is Triple H's boy. He's definitely going to win the belt. Sometimes I play the politics and I go, hey, man, Triple H don't like that guy. He's not going to win the belt. We have our reasons, but the thing is that I do not, under no circumstances, act like I'm in the brother. I do not, under no circumstances, act like I know for a fact. And I do not, under no circumstances, when I end up right, sit here and pump my chest out and be all like, yeah, I knew it. Like there was no doubt. Like there was no chance I could have been wrong. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, all these other guys, they must like, yeah, okay, they know people inside. Okay, they go back into the locker rooms and they talk to people in the locker rooms and they got their insider people and they got their people that work for the company that's telling them shit, bullshit, and all that. Okay, cool, that's them, that's fine and dandy. And when I say I don't believe them, I don't believe them. And when I say I don't give a fuck about what they saying, I don't give a fuck about what they saying. Because if I did give a fuck about what they were saying, then I would be watching them and I would be listening to them and I would have the same information you have and I would be telling you the same thing that I'm telling you. Or I'll be telling you the same shit that you're telling me. So when you wrestling fans go, you know, I saw on the Bleacher Report, Dave Meltzer said this. I got information from somebody backstage that said this person's injured, this person's not injured, this person's going to be out for a month, this person's coming back at Royal Rumble. Okay. Okay, so you know some shit, or you don't know some shit, or you're guessing some shit, or you were told some shit. I can do the same thing you're doing. I'm not doing it because I don't give a fuck about it, and you can't make me. You can't make me give a fuck about it. You can't make me give a fuck about it. The zero fucks given. You know what I mean? That's my song. It's my new hit. Put it out there. So I hate wrestling fans. And then I hate wrestling fans that some wrestling fans have delusions of grandeur about their wrestler, and they stand on it to the point where it's like, okay, you like this guy, and you like this guy. And I tell people all the time, yeah, that ain't your daddy and them, sister and them, brother and them, cousin and them, not uncle and them. You don't know that man. You don't know that man. So why are you so hype about this man's career and so adamant? If I say he's a bum, that's what I believe. He's a bum. You say he's so good, that's fine. And we can have debates about it. When I do the Wrestling Top 20 podcast, there's going to be debates about between us brothers about who is the best guy. And there's going to be some furniture moving. Yeah, there's going to be some furniture moving, but there ain't going to be no real fight. I'm not going to be legit mad at you because you like Undertaker and I don't. I'm not going to be that legit mad at you because you say that The Miz is not one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You guys stand on business like you related to these motherfuckers sometimes. Sometimes the anger that you have for a man that you don't know that ain't putting no money in your pocket is outrageous. It's outrageous. It's absurd. It's insane. And I just don't. I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I don't want you to be legit angry over a wrestler. I don't want you to be legit angry. I want you to be fake angry. I want you to yell like how I yell. I want you to scream about it how I scream about it. I want you to come with your facts or your fictions or your opinions or your bullshit. I want you to come with all that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But when you are legit angry, when you are legit mad, when you say fuck you, Tyrone, when you say I'm a piece of shit, when you say I don't know wrestling, that's when it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? It's just wrestling, not your life. Not that important. You don't know that, man. You is gobbling. You know what I'm saying? Gobbling. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Another reason. Female wrestling fans. I am not saying that you cannot be a wrestling fan. I am not saying that you can't enjoy wrestling. I am not saying that you can't love wrestling. You can't be more knowledgeable than me than wrestling. Yeah, I'm not saying that none of that stuff. Okay? And I don't argue with you just because you're a female about wrestling, because there's a lot of females out here like Heaven. Shit. Heaven got some of the best wrestling content out here. And I don't care what nobody says. Not to mention that she looks good. I ain't watching it just because she looks good. She looks good now. She looks good now. But her content is good. She knows what she's talking about. She's a real wrestling fan. And she's never rude. She's never ignorant. She's one of the good ones. She's one of the good ones. And I watch. Now watch her. She's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the women that want to be treated and talked to as women wrestling fans and not as just wrestling fans. Because I've gotten to some arguments with women about wrestling that said that I was being rude to them, that I was being nasty to them, that I was being ignorant to them, that I was talking to them just because they was a woman. And I'm like, no. If you get into an argument with me about wrestling, we're going to argue just like you a man. I'm treating you equally. Okay? So don't try to pull that, I'm a girl, and all that shit. No. Stand on business. Stand on business. Didn't you say, bitch, didn't you say this was a bum? Say, no, I don't never say this, though. I don't never say this. That was just me just playing around. I don't do that. But then you say Miz was a bum. Now we arguing about Miz being a bum, and now you get mad because I'm yelling. I'm getting animated. I'm bringing up my facts and my fictions, my opinions, and I'm getting all like that. Yeah, I do, but it's fun though. I'm not angry at you. And I'm definitely not trying to yell at you or trying to talk down to you if you're a woman. If I say you don't know what you're talking about, that's man, woman, or child. That's man, woman, or child. I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about because you're a woman. I'm saying you don't know what you're talking about because you're wrong about wrestling, about something that I have facts to prove that you're wrong. I would never tell somebody they don't know what they're talking about if they was right. Only time I say you don't know what you're talking about is if you say Miz didn't win the Intercontinental Championship 8 times, and I can go, yeah, you're right, he didn't. You're damn right. Or I can go, no, yes, he did. You know what I mean? I'm talking about things that I can substantially prove that I can say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about because you forgot about this right here. You forgot when Miz won this Intercontinental Championship. You forgot when Miz won this championship. You forgot when Miz did this or did that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to me about wrestling and talk about wrestling and then try to use the excuse when you lose the argument to say that I berated you as a woman, or that I talked down to you as a woman, or that I yelled at you because you was a woman, or that I thought or changed my opinion or said something that I wouldn't have normally said based on your agenda, because that is not it. I respect women. I respect their opinions. I respect women that watch wrestling, and I love a woman wrestling fan. Also, do not sit up here and talk to me about objectifying women in wrestling, because I don't want to hear it, bro. We are men. We are men. We are men. And your favorite female wrestler is dressed like that for us. You think that Chelsea Green is scantily clad because she wants to be scantily clad? Do you think that Chelsea Green is scantily clad because that is the best outfit for her to perform how she performs in that ring? No, less is not more in performance. If you were the woman, if I was a woman wrestler, right now, and I wasn't concerned with the image, I wasn't concerned with the look, I wasn't concerned with the fact that, you know, we are doing these for men, I'd be dressed like Bayley. I'd be dressed like Bayley because that's the best, most comfortable way to be dressed. You wear full shirts, you know, you wear full shirts with bras and tape and whatever you need underneath the shirt that nobody can see. You make sure everything is tight and right inside the shirt. And then you put a shirt over it so nobody can see all the shit you had to do to make sure the shit was tight and right. And then you put full pants on, so that, and you put full pants on in your stockings and your full pants over top of that, so that if you do have a mishap, a faux pas, your shit ain't out. You make sure that everything's covered up. You make sure that there's not a wardrobe malfunction that will put any of your tidbits out on display. That's what you would do. And in wrestling, you know that there's a chance that your tidbits could be out on display. Okay? So if I was a female wrestler, I would want to be dressed like Bayley, but hey. As a man, wrestling fan, ain't nothing wrong with being seen dressing like Chelsea Green. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what they're doing. Chelsea has worked hard on that body, yada. And she wants us to see it. And Chelsea Green is also one of those women that maybe, and this is not being objectionable or this is not being ignorant or rude, but Chelsea Green is one of those stars that, hey, you got to get fans some kind of way. Chelsea Green was one of those fans that now I love Chelsea because Chelsea put in the work, but when Chelsea first came out there, it was about the look. Chelsea had to look good with what she was doing to get people to go, hey, I want to see her on screen. I want to cheer for her. I want to get excited for Chelsea Green to come out. And not about the wrestling, but I want to get excited. I want to see her little dances. I want to see her scantily clad clothes. I want to see it. And then don't act like don't act like they don't know neither. Remember All Red Everything? Do y'all remember All Red Everything? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember her? Y'all remember Eva, right? What was she there for? Terrible promos, terrible wrestling. And she signed 2 separate WWE contracts. Was there for years just because All Red Everything. Just because men wanted to see her. Just because the WWE thought that this woman was so gorgeous and her body was so tight and she was so skinty clad that the men fans were clamoring to see her. That despite her terrible wrestling, her terrible promos and everything, she was allowed to make money and get 2 WWE contracts. 2 of them on 2 separate occasions. And not improve at all. Not promo improve, not in-ring improve at all, right? So don't get mad at me when a wrestling opinion comes up about a female wrestler and I go, man, she got some nice tits. Man, that ass is ass. Man, look, she can't win no matches, but that body, yaddy, yaddy. I want to see her in everything. Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. I want to see her every day on Raw. I want to see her because she look good. Don't put that on me. Don't say I'm objecting. Don't say, oh, some of these women can wrestle and you disrespect the women. I know. I'm one of the few men that'll go, yo, looking natty. I'm one of the few men that'll sit up here and say Natalia's one of the best female wrestlers I ever seen. Bo Nakano's one of the best female wrestlers I ever seen. I was all over Doudrop. Piper Niven. I said, hey, Piper Niven is reminding me of a female Bam Bam Bigelow. She moving. Piper Niven was moving in that ring. Piper Niven had moves. I was wondering why they didn't push her. So don't sit up here because you're a woman and act like I'm objectifying women because I mentioned their bodies when they're putting their bodies on display for us to see it. That their bodies is part of it, and that there are some women out there that I can go, hey, body and all, she's still putting in that work. She's still doing what she got to do. And then there's women out there that I can say, hey, that body ain't right. Like, look. I'm not being ignorant when I say this, but Becky Lynch ain't nothing to scream about body-wise. Becky Lynch is like a teenage boy, and it's not insulting. It's just that her body's built like that. Like she's short, like she's little. She ain't got much going on. But Becky Lynch is one of my favorite wrestlers there. And Becky Lynch, I like what she wears sometimes in the ring, and I enjoy watching Becky Lynch wrestle. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that Becky Lynch has to focus more on the wrestling and be a better wrestler and cut better promos because she don't have her body to rely on. You know what I mean? And then you got wrestlers that got both. You got wrestlers that got both. You got like a Tiffany Stratton, who I believe is very good in the ring and who also I believe got that body, yada, yada. You got Bianca Belair. You got Bianca Belair who got that body, yada, yada, performing ring. You got Bayley. Despite Bayley wearing them clothes, we can see. Listen, Bayley can put whatever she want on. That ass is back there, bro. It's protruding. So you know what I mean? So you got some people that got both. You got some people that think they got both. You got Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair with the skin clothes, and Charlotte Flair has had a lot of mishaps. You know what I mean? I done seen Charlotte Flair titties more than Andrade. That was the dig. That was the dig, but it was funny though. You know, I'm really trying to believe it. I think I saw Charlotte Flair's titties more than Andrade because their marriage didn't last as long as I've been seeing them titties. You know what I'm saying? But still, I'm just saying that just because we make comments of a woman's body, and just because we want to see some women wrestlers for their body because they ain't giving us shit in the ring, and just because we got women wrestlers that we can say, hey, she gives it everything in the ring and I like her, but man, she needs some titties and some ass. That's not wrong. It's not objectionable. I don't need women to jump down my throat, you women wrestling fans, to jump down my throat because I'm just being a man and I'm saying shit that men say. And I'm saying shit that wrestlers are actually doing. Okay? So, I say that to say this. There are tons of wrestling fans that I enjoy. And I am a great wrestling fan. Okay? I like to go to wrestling shows. I like to watch all wrestling. I can be objectionable about it. I can say when something is garbage and something is not up to par to my standards. I can accept when you say that something that I like was terrible. I can accept when you say that some wrestlers that I like you don't like, or some wrestlers that I don't like you love. I can accept all of that. And I can argue about it. And I can be respectful about it. And I can enjoy the arguments. And I can buy wrestling belts, support wrestling merchandise, and I can watch whatever company I want to watch, and I can choose not to watch whatever company that I want to not watch, and I can allow for you to do the same. But in my experience with wrestling fans, most of you are not like that. In my experience with wrestling fans, for some reason, you think I gotta like every wrestler that you like. You think I gotta watch every wrestler that you watch. And if I don't like every wrestler that you like, I'm an asshole, I'm stupid, I'm an ugly motherfucker. And if I don't watch every wrestler that you watch, I'm a tribalist. And if I mention a woman's ass and titties to a woman wrestling fan, I'm a pervert. I'm objectifying women. I'm body shaming. I'm ignorant. I'm all of that bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop because it's just wrestling and y'all making me not even enjoy having wrestling conversations. And it ain't everybody. When I say wrestling fans, it's a lot of y'all. It's the majority of y'all, especially online. But it's not everybody. And for some people, if you want to know what's going to happen before it happens, if you want to know who's going to win the Royal Rumble before the Royal Rumble play, if you want to know who's going to be World Heavyweight Champion 3 months from now, if you want to know who they're pushing, who they're not pushing, and all that, that's fine and dandy. Go look it up. Go know it. Don't come over here and telling it to me. And don't come over here expecting me to want to know that information that you got. And don't come over here to call me stupid when I don't believe you. Don't do that. And last but not least, I hate the wrestling fan that hates the fact that we are now living in a world where the kayfabe is not kayfabe. Okay? I hate that. I hate the wrestler that'll see a picture of Bayley and Sasha together and go, oh, they're not supposed to be together. Oh, Bayley's in WWE, Sasha's in AEW, and they're not supposed to be together. And what are they doing? And they fucking up the kayfabe. They fucking up this, they fucking up that. No, they're friends in real life. We already know that wrestling is fake. We already know that some of these people that will get in the ring and kill each other are friends in real life. When Mark Henry was just somebody going to get their ass kicked, Mark Henry, and he was putting Undertaker through the announcement tables and that crazy. Like, he was Undertaker's best friend in real life. Got found through one of his kids or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers hung out outside of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear, oh, they're destroying the image, they're destroying the kayfabe and all this and all that. What do you mean there is no image? There is no kayfabe. When I watch wrestling and a storyline on wrestling, I treat that shit like a storyline on a movie or anything else. That's the storyline. When Gunther's out there saying, John Cena tapped out like a little bitch, he knows John Cena ain't no little bitch. He knows that just getting in the ring with him at Cena's age is a triumphant thing. He knows just putting on a match with him and being in that match for Cena is a triumphant thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't care about that. Then people go, oh man, Unreal was fucked up. Unreal is an excellent ass show. I love it. I watched it. And if you are mad that WWE is putting some of the back behind the scenes shit out there, all you gotta do is not turn it on. You don't like it, don't turn it on. But don't be mad at them and don't act like this company is fucking it up and don't because they doing that. And don't be mad at me because I watch Unreal and you want to cut yourself. Like, yeah, I can watch Unreal, bro. I'm interested in these people's lives outside of the ring, a little something. I'm interested in knowing that Tiffany Stratton got fake teeth. Because when I saw, you know what I'm saying? When I saw Tiffany Stratton leave that match and her teeth was fucked up, I thought the same shit, bro. I said, damn, Tiffany, you in trouble, girl. You fucked them teeth up. And I thought she was going to be so angry because, you know, if somebody fucked your teeth up in the wrestling match, I thought she was going to be so fucking angry. She went back there laughing and smiling. Even Triple H ain't know. Triple H was like, bitch, what? The fuck? What's up with your teeth? Oh, my Lord. My Lord, he was so panicky. She was just like, yo, they fake. They fake Jones. I don't care about them. I'm just going to get more. They're fake. I don't care. And I'm just like, yo, I love to hear that. I love seeing that scene. I love seeing reasons why guys are fired or having guys have conversations in the back about why they're not going to win the match or not be in the match or be in the match. I love watching Total Divas and seeing these women go, hey, we're trying to get on WrestleMania and we're arguing and we're fighting. I love to see Stephanie McMahon sitting down and having meetings with people about why they don't feel like they should be on the show. I love for them to explain why certain guys got fired and why certain guys didn't get fired. I love that shit. You don't like that shit? Don't watch that shit. Don't watch this shit. And that's all I'm saying. So I'm saying to you, if you are a bad wrestling fan, I hate you. And I don't want you talking to me because you spoil my whole part of wrestling fandom. And it ain't about the arguing. It ain't about me being mad. It ain't about me wanting to be right. It ain't about me being wrong. It ain't about me loving my favorite wrestler so much. It's just about that's what you do. That's part of it. Arguing about wrestling and being a sports fan in general, the arguments is part of it. Okay. It's part of it, and I love doing it. I go on podcasts to do it. I have a podcast to do it. I invite other people on my podcast to do it, but it ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. And you don't work for the WWE, and you don't work for AEW, and you don't have a right to call me a triumphant, and you don't have a right to act like you know everything that's going on in these companies. You don't have a right to act like you know that, oh, this black guy ain't winning because he's a racist, because Triple H is a racist, or whatever you want to say. You don't have a right to put your morality on me and try to say that I'm morally wrong because I like Brock Lesnar, or I'm morally wrong because I watch WWE. You don't have no right to do none of that. You don't have no right to objectify me because I say that Stephanie McMahon looks good, and I also say that I would take Piper Niven home and lay her ass down. You don't have to say I'm objectifying women. You don't have to say I'm weird or crazy or none of that shit. It's just what it is. I'm a man, and I enjoy seeing all body types. And I enjoy seeing all kind of wrestling. And you don't have to debate on me and yell at me because I like the entertainment aspect of wrestling more than I like the actual wrestling. I'm not wrong for that. My preference and all this and all that. So yes, we can argue about it. Yes, I'm gonna scream at you about it. Yeah, it's gonna get heated. But I don't mean it because I love talking about wrestling. And if you can talk about wrestling properly, I would love to talk to you. But for you bad ones, and I just mentioned who you are now. Now, a lot of you need to watch this and go home and change your motherfucking ways. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy your wrestling fandom a lot more if you change your ways. Be more like me. I ain't saying you got to give up on your arguments. I ain't saying you don't got to have that bitch raw. I ain't saying you don't have to say it with your chest. I'm saying you don't have to mean it. You don't have to mean it, and you don't have to be mad about it. And I'm telling you, man, it'll be a lot better for you. I'm telling you. You can come on the UWO podcast, and you can be on the Listening podcast with me. And even if you were bad, you can come on here with me, and hopefully I can give you some wrestling fan rehab. I can give you some wrestling fan rehab and change your mother. And with that being said, I think this show is over. And since the show's over, I want to say shout out to wrestling. Oh, hey, it's true. Man. What? No God bless me? No God bless me? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all motherfuckers is mad because I called y'all out on some bullshit, and now y'all won't even God bless me? I sneeze. All right, I can't hear you. That's right. Yeah. And nobody's in here watching anyway, so there wouldn't be a God bless you comment either. So that's on me. That's my bad. That's my bad. But anyway, y'all see the wrestling belts. Shout out to wrestling. Okay. Shout out to the WWE book. Shout out to my man Macho Man Randy Savage right here. Macho Man. Yeah. Producer of the show. He a little drunk. Producer of the show, Macho Man Randy Savage right here. Okay. Shout out always to my man Kobe Bryant. He's up there having white looking down on you, boy. He's looking down on you, boy. Shout out to the Decepticons for being here. Shout out to the co-host. Like I said, he's under the weather. He's under the weather, but he still found a way to control. Wait a minute. You got something to say, Cole? Looks like Cole still got something to say. You're right. That was delicious. Say no. Shout out to the Coles. And today's episode was brought to you today by this person right here. I'm seeing if you can see it. That's right, Bigger Cook. That's right, Bigger Cook. Okay, Bigger Cook is a rapper from New York City. She's up and coming, and she's still up and coming, and she's pretty good. And I need y'all to check her out. I need y'all to check her out. As you can see, I'm part of the Wolfpack. Don't ask her for the shirt though. This is exclusive merchandise right here. This is exclusive merchandise right here. But this is a nice ass hood sweatshirt. And her name is Bigger Cook. Hello. See the hello down the sleeve? It's nice as hell. Her name is Bigger Cook. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. I don't have to say how to spell it. Y'all can read. Just read it off her shirt, Bigger Cook. And look her up, man. She got music. And she's a cool ass person too. I did an interview with her. Y'all can go back on my previous podcast and see my interview with her. She was a down ass chick. She was a cool ass person. She stood on business. I stood on business with her. She stood on business with me. and show her some support, show her some love. Go over to her YouTube page and go over to her Instagram and show her some love, because you know what? When she blows up and you didn't, you're gonna regret it. You see me? I'm in the building. When Bigger Cook blows up, Lisbeth is in the building. Okay, so when y'all see me and I'm doing my next interview in a studio with her, yeah, y'all gonna wish y'all had it. But until then, thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time on the Lisper podcast.